the faster that you can do the wrong thing, the quicker you actually get to the right answer, right?
We did a number of steps that in themselves were perhaps not the end goal, but they were still important steps towards, for the whole company, to realize how to solve this. It was all about how to create that perfect balance between the physical toy, the bricks, and a screen or something digital. And because the risk is that the digital will quickly take over and the bricks will become... So exploring that field, we did a number of projects that no one thought were great. That was really had a lot of resistance internally. And this Life of George was a little example of that, where it's like, that doesn't feel like Lego. And actually it was where you built with these bricks and you had to sort of test your building skills. And actually it became a great drinking game among college students because you could do four people battle sort of, but against each other, but it didn't really feel like a Lego product. And commercially, it wasn't a massive success, but I still believe it was an important step for the company to learn and realize a lot of things about how do we strike this balance? What are the principles that we need to apply?
You could either do it yourself, which obviously doesn't scale in the long term, but you should always do something you should always understand something 60% of the way there, because if you don't, you're essentially just burning money, right? And so you might as well burn money on yourself to learn that education. Because essentially, the way to describe it is, running a startup is basically, you're optimizing for frequency of failure. The faster that you can do the wrong thing, the quicker you actually get to the right answer, right? And so essentially, Upwork helps accelerate that 10x, 100x.
Yeah. Some people ask me, Pepe, so you're saying that we should celebrate failure? And I tell them, well, the short answer is no. No worry. Failure sucks. Failure is painful. It's not about celebrating failure or failing for the sake of failing, right? It's about how you fail and how, if you grow from it or if you don't. So you definitely shouldn't celebrate failure if it comes from lack of discipline, from selfishness, from not knowing yourself, etc. But if you're trying something better, based on your values, or your team is trying something better and makes a mistake with the best interest of the team in mind, then you should celebrate what I call the educated trying. Not just trying, but educated. And with educated, I mean watching the downside, so you don't destroy your life or your company. I also mean what Jeff Bezos said, for example, making the distinction between reversible and irreversible decisions. So if it's reversible, go for it, try it, break things, ask for forgiveness, that's fine. But if it's irreversible, let's wait a second, come all together, plan in a better way. So yeah, there are ways to fail, and it's not just about failing for the sake of failing. It's very similar to deliberate practice. This idea of the 10,000 hours to become great at something. Well, it's not just 10,000 hours of doing the same thing over and over again, right? It's being 1% better every try, every time you try. And that's deliberate, and that's how you learn, and that's how you grow. And I think it's the same for failure, even bringing it to the design of your life, to the person that you want to become and the life you want to live.